Behind Clark International University, you'll find this magnificent rock. On set, you'll think it's just a rock, but it's more than just that. The rock is under the management of the Mountain Club of Uganda. 3 days every week, the rock is opened to the public, where they engage in a sport known as rock climbing. Here, one finds ropes towering from the highest point of the rock, people challenging themselves to climb up the rugged rock, one leg after the other. Some make it to the top, others hang in the air before making another try, while others ask to be lowered. I took part in the rock climbing, a harness on, helmet on my head, and a belaya below me. I was good to take on the challenge. Midway through the task, I realized I couldn't go beyond that point. Elizabeth Kamujisha says this is normal.
So there's that fear and learning how to trust the equipment, to trust the person who is belaying you. But after a while, you get comfortable. Of course, you fall once or twice, but you realize you're safe when the rope catches you.
Surprisingly, on my left, an 8-year-old took on the rock swiftly. According to Kamjisha, children are better climbers than adults.
It's like kids, there's a way they don't have fear and they don't second guess themselves. They don't have that thing like adults have of self-doubt and can I really do this and I'm not strong enough. It's also great for them to learn how to handle pressure when they're uncomfortable, to handle things like fear of falling, fear.
According to Douglas Seboa, the president of the Mountain Club of Uganda, climbing is open to the entire public. Luckily for them, the sport is shifting from being considered a white people's sport and now is being embraced by Ugandans.
You pay a membership fee of 50,000. That's for an entire year. And sometimes when you come here, you pay 10,000 to use the gear. Now, all the gear, the 50,000 and the 10,000 go to buying the gear and replacing the gear, because rock climbing can be a restrictive sport because it's expensive. You need the right type of ropes. You need these things called harnesses. You need shoes. So what the club does is through these fees, we buy and replace gear, and anybody on the 3 days, Tuesday, Saturday and Sunday, it's free to the public.
Safety is an integral part of the sport.
We don't use the old ropes. We are constantly buying new ropes, new equipment. We also do belay clinics, which are like workshops for the person who's supporting the climber. And we don't actually allow you to belay someone who's climbing if you've not passed our test. These are great for in case you fall in a funny way. You always want to protect your head. Not that you fall on the ground, but sometimes you might hit the wall.
Unlike other sports, rock climbing requires a lot of technique rather than just the physical ability.
The first thing everybody talks about is, are they athletic enough? Everyone thinks you need to do a pull-up to do rock climbing, but it's more of technical climbing. It has a little bit of technique here and there.
The routes on the rock are graded in different levels, but anyone can take on any level.
When you come here, you can climb any route here. The thing is how good you are, and it's not about how strong you are, how young you are, how old you are. Yes, they play a factor into that, but I've seen a 7-year-old kid climb the long routes. It's like some routes it can be long, but it's like walking up a ladder, whereas another is short but requires a lot of strength and a lot of technique.
Women have embraced the sport and compete on the same stage with the male. Olivia Kumgisha, NTV News.